Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Chocney and this is Eats Many Cakes, and this is an update video for the Jesters Festival 2019. If you have not done this event before, you are in for a treat. There are more goodies and achievements to keep us entertained this year. This year the event runs from Thursday the 21st of March 2019 to Tuesday 2nd of April 2019. We also get the added bonus of event tickets with this event. When you complete your first Jesters Festival quest each day, you get 2 event tickets per account only. Spend these at the Impresario for a range of goodies. Let's remind ourselves once again how we get that tasty Pie of Misrule for the scrumptious 2-hour 100% experience gain from all sources. There are 2 ways to activate this Jesters Festival. One way is to go into the Crown Store, go over to the event section and then go all the way down to the quest starter for the Jesters Festival invitation scroll. An unassuming scroll with a strange seal upon it. There's something funny about it. Go through the motions of purchasing it because it is free, and then you will find this in your inventory under supplies, and it's in the trophy section. I've already completed this on Eats Many Cakes, so when I press the A button it pops up in the corner saying that I've already completed this quest. But there is a second way to do this quest invitation, and that is just walk up to one of the 3 jesters and just start talking to them. And I will pass you over to Eats Sweet Rolls to demonstrate how to do that. To start off the Jesters Festival quest, just turn up to either one of the 3 jesters. Jester King Emeric, right here in Glenumbra. Closest way shrine to him is the Baleborn Rock. You can also travel to Jester Queen Aren. She's fabulous, that one. And she's over here in Focal Guard, with the Focal Guard Way Shrine being the closest for travelling. And last but definitely not least is Jester King Joran, and he can be found here in Stonefalls at the Brothers of Strife Way Shrine. Let's see what Jester King Emeric has to say.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'd certainly remember a striking figure such as yourself. Why don't you make yourself comfortable? The celebration's just getting started, you know.
What are we celebrating?
Well, if you must know, it's a celebration in honor of my rival rulers, the Festival of Fools. Daggerfall is a center of cultural exchange, even backward silly idiot culture. It'll all be quite fun, I assure you.
What sort of fun?
The Jesters Festival has something for everyone. Barbaric mug fights, elven prancing, cavorting and carousing like heathens. I'm partial to it, really. Just don't tell my wife.
This festival seems interesting. How do I join in?
If you stripped to your small clothes and paraded through town, I'd call it a good start.
Ah, so this looks like you just go straight up to them and you have a quick little chat. And upon completion of this dazzling conversation, and I'm sure it's different with Jester Queen Aren and Jester King Joran, you receive your first Jesters Festival box and the Pie of Misrule.
Come, the realm needs a champion.
And then as I've backed out because it started the next quest, you can see that he's got a blue arrow above his head, which means that he is now part of the daily quest routine that you can do for the Jesters Festival. And you would have seen that the pie memento popped up. So in your notifications, there it is, under your mementos. the Pie of Misrule. Does this taste funny to you? Use this collectible during the Jester's Day Festival to obtain a 100% experience boost, because extra experience is no joke. And then once you have the Pie of Misrule, you just consume the pie. You get a little glow, and then if you want to double check that it's working, you go to your character and scroll down. So as you can see, I've got the increased experience from my scroll, 50% boost to all experience points, and I've got the Jester's experience boost pie for 2 hours, 100% boost to all experience points. And as you can see, she's only level 23, and I've even geared her up in all training gear apart from the jewellery, and she is now ready to get some lovely experience throughout this event. This year we have 2 types of boxes to collect. Upon completion of each of the Jester's quests for the first time that day, we will be rewarded with the Jester's Festival Stupendous box, which are coloured blue in wording, and inside these boxes we have a chance to get a few new items this year. Cadwell's Kitchen's arm style pages. These are consumable, or you can trade and sell them. Parts of new mementos. So there are 2 new mementos this year, the Festive Noisemaker and the Jester's Festival Joke Popper. And they are part of the achievements as well, to consume 5 of the pieces. And when you consume 5, you actually make up that particular memento. Jokey Steelies. Valuable but silly items you can sell to vendors for gold. Rune boxes. Tradable rune boxes containing last year's mementos, the Jester's Scintillator, which is like your Dazzlers, and the Cherry Blossom branch. Again, these can be used towards achievements for the Jester's Festival as well. And we also get pie. Pie to use to throw at other players. You will also get the chance to get recipes, furniture plants, and other miscellaneous items from previous years. If you then decide to repeat these Jester's quests on other characters, you will only get the regular Jester's Festival reward box, which are coloured green in their wording. The Revel in the Ridiculous with the Return of the Jester's Festival event article on the Elder Scrolls Online main website even states that the reset time for these boxes are at 0600 hours in the morning, and that will be for Europe side. For the Jester's Festival achievements, we have a few new ones this year. To have a look, go to your journal, go to achievements, go down to holiday events, and then find the Jester's Festival. Eats Many Cakes has been doing this event since its conception, so she's only got the achievements that are new to this year to do, but I'll talk through the achievements for everybody else. So we have Elusive Dazzler. Use a total of 50 Illusion Dazzlers, and you can use the Dazzlers given by Jester King Emmerich to complete his quest, Royal Revelry. Royal Jester. Complete each of the Jester's Festival achievements. Lady of Misrule, Princess Rescuer, Smile in the Name of the Queen, Elusive Dazzler, Dazzling Entertainer, and Jester's Personal Chef. And you get the title Royal Jester with this one. Jester's Personal Chef. Acquire and learn all of the Jester's Festival provisioning recipes. Princess Delight is your green one, Candied Jester's Coins is your blue, and Dubious Cameron Throne and Jewels of Misrule are your purple ones, and those last 2 are quite sought after. Smile in the Name of the Queen. Festoon 20 players with cherry blossoms during the Jester's Festival. And it's really handy to have the rune box cherry blossoms for this one to do. Dazzling Entertainer. Bring some colour to each of the Undaunted Enclaves with an Illusion Dazzler during the Jester's Festival. So these are done at Elden Root, Ray Rest, and Mournhold. There is the Lady of Misrule. Complete the challenges set forth by Jester Aren, Jester Emmerich and Jester Duron, and be crowned the Lady or Lord, if you are a male character, of Misrule. So you've got the Springtime Flair, a Noble Guest and Royal Revelry, and these are the 3 daily challenges that are set each day. I will also post in the description box below videos that I have done of these quests as well. And you get the title Lady or Lord of Misrule, and you get the hat, the Crown of Misrule. And then Princess Rescuer, rescue Jester Skull King Duron's visiting princess without being spotted by the butcher. It's a bit of a fun quest to do. Now we're on the incomplete ones, the faded out ones. These are all new for this year. Consume 5 festive noisemakers parts found in Stupendous Jester's Festival boxes, and this is for the festive noisemaker, and we get the memento festive noisemaker. So we need 5 in total to consume. Jester's Festival Joke Popper. Consume 5 Joke Popper parts found in Stupendous Jester's Festival boxes, and another memento is born out of this one, the Jester's Festival Joke Popper. So again, we need to consume 5 in order to gain the memento and the achievement. Desert Domination. Complete the following achievements: the 3 Fillings War, the Upper Crust, More Than You Can Chew, and you get the head marking Obnoxious Mute Face Paint. Obviously I haven't done these yet, so I can't show these ones off. Maybe next year. The 3 Fillings War. Throw 10 pies at players that are off a different alliance. That sounds pretty fun, and I believe that the pies are based on your alliance. So if you're Aldmeri Dominion, they'll get covered in yellow. If you're Daggerfall Covenant, they'll get covered in blue, and if you're Ebonheart Pact, then the pies will be covered in red. The Upper Crust. Throw a pie at each of the alliance leaders. So this one is actually similar to the Mudborn Miscreant achievement from the New Life Festival, and it depends where you are in the main alliance regional storyline as to where you will find Queen Aren, Duron the Skull King and High King Emmerich. Now, as I've finished the 3 main alliance regional storylines, I can find Queen Aren in Skyhold, Auradon, Skald King Duron in Windhelm, Eastmarch, and High King Emmerich in his castle in Rayrest, Stormhaven. And once you've pied all 3 of the alliance leaders, you get the title Tin Soldier. More Than You Can Chew. Throw 10 pies at guards. Now, during the Mudball Merriment quest in the New Life Festival, if you threw a mudball at a guard, you got a bounty. So keep this in mind. I am going to assume that again you will get a bounty for throwing a pie at a guard, so just make sure your inventory is all clear of anything that's stolen. And just go sell it, trade it, do whatever, just make sure nothing's in there for the guards to take away if you decide to pay off the bounty. And finally, Messy Business. Kill 10 players while they are covered in pie in Cyrodiil, and then you get the title Empirer. Now, I'm liking quite a lot of the puns that they've done with the names and the titles for this year's achievements. And I'm not usually a Cyrodiil player, PvP, but for the achievement I'm quite happy to go in and just have a little mess around, probably on one of the lesser campaigns that you can go into, and kill 10 players while they are covered in pie. So hopefully the pie lasts forever in my case, because as a tank my DPS is not going to be that great. Herelda's Garthcroft is a holiday achievement furnisher for, as you've probably guessed it, holiday event items only. And you will need to have completed certain achievements and have the obviously specified goal to be able to purchase some of these items. And she is located in 4 areas. She is in Deshan at Mournhold, she is in Stormhaven at Wayrest, she is in Gratwood at Elden Root, and she is in Vardenfell at Vivec City.
Starting to make a name for yourself? I like that. Let me show you something that will enhance your reputation and decorate your home at the same time.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think I've made more of a name for myself, but you know, you only just go about doing the main storyline for every area ever since the games come out. But for the Jester's Festival, she only has 2 items, and that is the Tree Jester's Large at 15,000 gold. So does this tree look funny to you? And she has the Tree Jester's Small at 5,000 gold. A young tree, also known as the Hilarious Sapling, or was that just a kidding about that? And you can preview them as well, and they are really nice. You will have seen them if you've been watching the video throughout. There are 2 trees on either side of the tent, and that is them, and they have their little cherry blossom / purple leaves. I still can't decide which is which, falling down as you can see in this. But I think they're really nice, and it gives that really lovely springtime look to your houses as well, especially with what looks like the petals or the leaves falling off. Gracefully defying gravity, let's call it that. The achievement that you need for them, I believe, is the Royal Jester achievement. So you need to have completed just the initial achievements from, let's say, the first year that the Jester's Festival was out. You don't need to complete all the achievements that have been added on extra throughout the year. The Impresario has once again graced us with her presence for a chance to spend our event tickets. Now remember, she only appears during these events that are occurring throughout Tamriel, and she's located in 3 places. So for the Ebonheart Pact, she is in Stonefalls, and she's just outside of Davern's Watch, what I like to call the stable entrance, and you can use the Davern's Watch Way Shrine to get to that one quicker. For those who prefer to shop in the Aldemiri Dominion section, she is in Auradon, and she's just outside of the city gates where the Focal Guard Way Shrine is. And then for the Daggerfall Covenant area, she is just outside by the bridge of where Daggerfall City is in Glenumbra, and I personally feel that the Baleborn Rock Way Shrine is closest, but you can also, if you're in the vicinity, go for the Daggerfall Way Shrine as well. So let's see what goodies it is that she's got to offer. You may have spotted that I've already got one of them out on display. So she has selling for 5 event tickets each the Cadwell's Weaponry. So you can get these as a chance reward from the Stupendous and regular, no, just the Stupendous reward boxes, that's right. So it is an outfit style used to customize your appearance, and she only sells the weapons, and the armor side of it is as a Crown Store item purchased only with Crown currency. So if you want the whole of the outfit, then you either work really hard, I would say, during the Jester's Festival, like making sure you get on doing at least your once a day for the 3 quests, getting your event tickets, as well as making sure you've got more of a chance to get your Stupendous boxes. But we can also preview, so then if you don't like the looks of it, then you don't have to actually purchase them with your event tickets. You can leave them for something else, which I will show you later. So the glow is not part of the set, it's part of my Lunar Bastion set. Otherwise, this is the axe, and it looks like an elongated frying pan. Then you've got the battle axe, which is lovely because it looks like a spade. Then you've got the bow. Now remember, this is my effect. Maybe I should have taken off one of my gear, but it won't matter because I can describe to you the fact that there are actually kitchen ladles that are used to form the bow. So that is actually a massive spoon in the form of the bow. For your dagger, it's actually just a massive fork. your great sword. Now it looks like some sort of fire poker to me. Your mace is a rolling pin with spikes in it. That's really dangerous. I actually really like that as a design. Not very useful in your own kitchen, making your own cakes. A maul is actually a kettle that has been turned upside down, and it looks like one of those old style fashioned teapots where you rest it on the actual flames or your gas cooker stove. I love drinking tea that way from an old fashioned style type of kettle. Then you've got your shield, and that just looks like one bashed up serving tray. That looks really good. I really like this. This is the staff. If I do have a mage. I have Licks Your Wounds. It's supposed to be a healer, but I've never actually healed with them yet, but I'm getting round to it. But I think that's fantastic. So that's like your meat carver holder. So there's actually a proper technical term for it, probably, like, you know, some sort of utensil term. But from what I can remember, I'm sure that's what you use to hold your meat in place. So it's like some special type of fork for like carving your turkey. And then it looks like it's got a spoon and some sort of knife sort of intertwined on the top. But I really like that style. I think that's really good. And then you have your sword. Now that looks like your fire poker to me for your logs on your grates and your flames. So maybe both the sword and the great sword are just... Was it the great sword? Or just elongated versions of one another? Yeah, I think they are the same thing, but one's just bigger than the other. Moving on to the next one, many of you may have already seen the Springtide Indrik that I had out and about. I purchased this because I've already evolved my Indrik. And before I move on to that, the good thing about it showing up in red is it means I can't accidentally buy it again. So with these, they're showing up in gold because I haven't opened up any of my boxes yet. So I've yet to consume any. But once I consume the pages, these will then go red to show that I can no longer purchase them because I've already got them, which I think is a good idea. So at the moment, the numbers are in red because I don't have enough event tickets. If you look up, it just says I have 4. But, again, these are marked in red because I've already obtained them. And these are the Dawnwood berries for the Dawnwood Indrik mount that she provides for this sort of season, let's say. And you need one of each of these berries, so the bloom, the budding, the growth and the ripeness only one of each. So that's 40 event tickets in total to evolve your Indrik mount. So the Indrik mounts, we're obviously going to be evolving another one. So if you want to keep getting these mounts, make sure you're repurchasing in this case, these feathers. So the emerald, the gilded, the onyx, and the opaline. I think that's how you pronounce it, feathers. So I've just realised this. It took me a while to understand this, but I realised I had another emerald Indrik feather in my inventory, and I wondered why, and I looked it up and I realised, oh, that's why I've been able to purchase it. I must have had my thoughts to get pre-prepared to get ready for the next one. So it means I'll only need to spend another 30 event tickets for the next one that comes out. But I like that she's got more stuff to sell. So if you have already completed everything with your Indrik mount, and you've got your Springtide pet like I have, and you've got the evolved version of the Dawnwood Indrik, and I've got that one too as well. Nice little animation for it when it pops up. Then you can go about, and at the end of the festival, before she goes, you can then decide if you need to purchase any of those particular Cadwell's pages. Remember, they are bound. You can't buy them to sell on. So only an option if you're seriously thinking about getting the utensils as your outfit style. Well, I like the Indrik mount. It's a nice one. I definitely worked towards it, participating in all the events when I could. Oh, look at that. That's what you get when on the Xbox you press the A button. It's like you sort of roar. And then you've got like the little baby Indrik following it. Oh, it's like me and my baby. But you also get the option to purchase the crown, in the crown store I should say, the event tickets. And they are 250 crowns each. So remember, the majority of these items are 5 tickets or 10 tickets. So just factor that into your budget if you decide that you haven't been able to complete the events as often as you have wanted to, but there are still items within the Impresario that you would like to purchase. It might be seen as expensive, so just, as I said, review your budget, have a look, and just think, is it really worth it? It's something for fun, and just remember there are going to be other Indrik mounts to evolve into, and there will be more events like this in the future that we can use as well to get the event tickets. And now we are on to the Crown Store items. There are a few items that are returning, and there are some that are also new that I'm looking forward to having a browse through. You will notice, in addition to the table, which is our little Jester's Festival pet monkey, I got this little guy last year, and he's quite fun to have as your little non-combat pet companion. So upon looking into the featured section of the Crown Store, it actually shows you quite a lot of the stuff to do with the Jester's Festival. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll through each of the tabs and just see the sections that they come under. So for example, the non-combat pet, you get your madcap Jester monkey, and it's actually only 500 crowns. I don't even remember what I paid for it last year. Maybe I did pay the 700. But if you think it's a nice little pet to have in your game, then 500 crowns I think is worth it. You have your holiday dies. Now your holiday dies are 200 crowns each. They are bind on pickup, they are not tradable or sellable, and you can only use them once. So there are several different combinations. So you've got the coin coloured clown, the fool's gold, gilded grape, solid gold, purple edge gold, plenty of plum, and the walking eggplant. And you'll have noticed that all the palettes are between Jolly Aubergine and Guilty Pleasure. Wardrobe. You'll see that it's greyed out on my screen because I've already purchased these items. Again, I purchased this last year, the Jester's Festival hat pack, and I'm actually wearing the masked one, the fully covered one at the moment. I'll give you a quick preview. So there's the As Is Jester's cap, the bicolour coxcomb cap, and the Fool's cap and mask, and that's the one I've got, and that's the one that molds to your Khajiits, your Argonians, or your humanoid face. And then a quick look, you can see I've dyed mine. I think mine looks pretty good. I've tried to make it match the other item that I'm going to show you, which is the Royal Court Jester. So this one I also bought when it first came out, and I believe I got that one on sale maybe. I can't ever remember these things. It's been a while. But yes, this one is quite a funky little item to have. And it originally comes in a pale kind of colour. There we go. So this is just the bodysuit for it. And the colours are not that great, so I actually used a holiday dye from a different festival, I think it was, to dye my outfit. So for the Cadwell's Kitchen Style Pack, there are 8 items at 1,500 crowns, and it is a complete set of outfit looks for armour only in the Cadwell's Kitchen style. You will probably realise that in the Stupendous and the regular Jester's Festival reward boxes, that is where we are getting the pages for the weapons. And it's weapons only in those packs. So you can have a chance to earn the weapons for free, or you can then purchase on top the Style Kitchen pack. So you've got the Cuirass, which is just literally a tray across your chest. You've got your gauntlets. I think that's it there. It looks like a little plate perhaps on the arms. You've got your girdle. You've got your greaves. I don't know if you can see them with the grass. And then you've got the helmet, which is just a pan, like a cauldron on top of your head. How cool is that? You've got pauldrons, which looks like 2 plates just stuck together. Sabatons. And it's back to the Cuirass again. And you'll have seen that there is an application cost as well for if you use these at the outfit stations. I am tempted by this because I do plan for Eats Many Cakes to try and get all of the weapons. But I will probably wait and see if I can get all the weapons before the end first. And you do get an outfit change token, which is always useful. We also have the Jester personality, which I have equipped on Eats Many Cakes already. I got this one last year and it was so funny when I got it. If only I had been able to record with audio then. I just laughed and laughed and laughed. But it alters the cheer, the spit, the war lean on your side, your bow, your idle royalty, your idle casual, and your idle angry emotes. So this one is just idle. This one's nice. This is the cheer one. This is the spit, so it's just using the torches, similar to what you got to do in the New Life Festival. This is the lean onto the side. It's always funny. This is your bow. And if you realise, you would have noticed that's how I introduced this video. This is your idle 2. This is your idle 3. So quite a jolly stance, that one. Idle 4. And this is your walk. This is hilarious. So if you've been seeing anybody walking around strutting their stuff like this, and especially with the run, looks like they're, you know, really going for it with the knees. This is the personality that they're using for it. So under Crown Crates, you actually have the Novelty Stick Dragon. So during the Jester's Festival, even the lowliest of commoners can pretend to be a mounted knight with a whimsical novelty stick steed. Dragons are popular in the Ebonheart Pact. So I don't know if this is trying to point me towards getting one. Now, normally I love dragons and I would be really tempted by this, but there's 2 things about this. One, it's under Crown Gems, and I've always imagined I'd save my Crown Gems for a Crown Crate mount, but seeing as I ain't gotten around to buying Crown Crates in ages, like probably since the 2nd season came out, the Wild Hunt Crates, I've not bought any because I just don't see the point. It's great when they did the free events where they would have the crates pop up and then I would get all my consumables and break them down, and then I could purchase things that I thought would be fun. Because that's what you got to remember about the crown crates, they're just for fun. That's how I see them. But the second reason why, and that's because in the pay to lose section, they have the novelty stick Gua. And I don't care that it says that they are popular in the Eldmeri Dominion. They're wrong. They belong with Eats Many Cakes. Definitely. What does it say for the stick horse? Popular in the Daggerfall Covenant. So why would the dragon one be in with the crown crates? Why would it not be available as an option to purchase with your crowns rather than just crown gems? Because then if you're trying to put them into categories with your Eldmeri Dominion, your Ebonheart Pact and your Daggerfall Covenant, I think there's going to be quite a few people annoyed in the Ebonheart Pact if it's, you know, something they're suggesting. But if you're like me and you say screw it, Guas are my favourite mounts, let's do it, we're going to buy this one straight away. There's just no doubt about it. There we go, 900 crowns gone. That's how you do it. You don't put it in the crown crate section, you put it in this one. And I just bashed my finger on a table, that wasn't for effect. And I believe that's everything for the crown store. Oh, I tell a slight fib, there's one more item which I have wanted to have a look at, and that is the Pebble Pal. So, tired of pets that follow you everywhere, fed up with feeding them, step up to the Pebble Pal, the pet that's a rock. So if we preview it, it literally just sits there. And I think it's just quite fun, so I'm gonna spend 500 crowns, which probably a few people might see as a bit wasteful, but I like to do things for fun with my crowns that I get, so this is it. I thought I'd show you guys Eats Many Cakes having a bit of a stroll on her now favourite new mount, the novelty stick Gua. This is me doing the regular pace, and if you're wondering where my pet's gone, because I'm wondering that too, there it is, that's the Pebble Pet. It just stays there and then it just poofs right in front of you. Can't do that with your other mounts, can you? Twirl it about in one hand. And then for running, you just pick it up. That's hilarious. You just pick it up and you run. But if you look carefully, you're still using some of the stamina. That's brilliant. Thank you very much for watching this video and for making it this far into the video. Give yourselves a pat on the back for that. I've really enjoyed going through the Jester's Festival items and event stuff again. It's nice to see what's new and added in. Do you think that the team have done a good job this year? I think for crown item stuff they've done quite a good job. I found it hilarious. It's all for fun, because this is what the Jester's Festival is about. It is a fun event for silliness. So I absolutely love the Pebble Pet Rock and the novelty stick Gua that I purchased. Did you guys purchase anything from the Crown store? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below as well. I'm also interested to see what you feel about the Cadwell style pack. Are you happy that they've split it into two so you can earn one half the weaponry throughout the Impresario during the event only, and then the armor side in the Crown store for during the event only too? Or do you think that puts too much pressure on the player to try and get everything done at once, with especially trying to evolve their mounts if they want everything? Do you think the Crown purchases of event tickets is sort of like a way out, but it's expensive? I don't know about that one. I still prefer myself to go through and do the events myself, because I do enjoy them. The Jester's Festival, the New Life Festival, and the Witches one are always my favourites. So I am prepared to gear up and do those ones at least once every day to get the event tickets to start with. Have you guys managed to finish doing your Indrik mounts as well for the Dawnward ones? I mean, it is kind of nice that they've given us an option to buy event tickets for those that have been unable to play every day during the events. But when you consider how many event tickets everything costs in the end, like it costs in total 80 event tickets to evolve one full Indrik mount to the Dawnward. So that's 40 for the 4 different Indrik feathers, and then it's 40 for each of the different berries as well, because it's 10 event tickets each. And then on top of that, if you want the pet, that's 10. And then if you need to get, for example, say you had total bad luck and you need to get all the weaponry style pages from the event Impresario, you decided to go down that route, it's 5 tickets for each of those. But you can purchase them in guild traders for gold. So those that have got duplicates from their Stupendous boxes, there is another option to go down. But let me know what you think in total. Which quests are your favourites? Which quests do you not have as great a time with? And just your general thoughts and comments about the whole festival. Thank you very much for watching.